Welcome to Agile Principle, Raw and Uncut. Roy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Phil. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great. Probably doing more awesome than the pigs and the chickens in the story from way back in the world of Scrum.
Absolutely. This is a story that it's difficult to get rid of. People still refer to this to the pigs and chickens, even though it's been gone for a long time.
Yeah, it was in the was it the Scrum Guide version before this, or sometime way
It
back
was a
anyway?
while ago, back I think 2011, somewhere around there is where it was. Where
Yeah,
I think that was the last occurrence of it.
yeah, sounds right. I remember being in my Scrum class, the CSM training,
Uh,
and my instructor Tom Meller talked about that and told us about that. So
yeah,
it goes like a chicken and a pig are together when the chicken says, "Let's start a restaurant." The pig thinks it over. What would we call this restaurant? The chicken says, "Ham and eggs." The pig says, "No thanks. You'd only be involved, but for me, it would be a real commitment." Or some people say total sacrifice. So
exactly.
what is wrong with this story? Is there anything wrong with it, in your opinion, Roy? What do you
Well, if
think?
you really think about it, it's, some calling someone a pig may not be the most politically correct thing to do. And, some people may not actually take that well. It wasn't intended that way, of course, but it may not have played very well in the larger community. And quite honestly, we want everyone to be involved, right? Everyone should be committed, everyone should be involved, everyone should do it. So the delineation may be not so great. It didn't quite work out the way that it was supposed to.
Especially since management were what were management? The chickens.
Imagine were the chickens, right? They were just
Yeah.
involved, and the team were the pigs.
Yeah.
And yeah, management didn't like to be called chickens either. So either way, just did not go well.
Yes. So, as Roy said, on the team, we want everyone to feel involved, and it kind of put a boundary between groups, fractions, and
Absolutely.
that's not what we're after in the world of Scrum, is it?
Not in any way. We want that collaboration. We want people to feel like they're equals, and the original intent of it was really to set up some fun barriers in a way, especially when you're considering something like the daily stand up. The intent was it was only for the team. So this was where it was most frequently used is in relation to the daily stand up. The concept was that if you are a pig, you have a right to talk. If you're a chicken, you don't. So it was a fun way, theoretically a fun way of identifying who's allowed to talk and who's not. But again, not exactly the most correct way of stating it. So it's probably best that it did go away. Although there are still people, I still see people referring to it, and it still happens. But we definitely want to try to move away from this one.
Yeah, it's funny because in some of the companies that you and I have been affiliated with, this
Yeah.
story came up very early and it had a different effect. It actually excited people who heard it.
Why not? That's okay. If it works, it works, right? That's all that matters. But you never know how it's going to be taken. I had a situation where I related that story. This is going back maybe 10 years ago
Huh.
now. I related that story. It did not go over well. I had someone in my class that was amazingly offended at this story. So I very quickly moved away from it. Never from that one.
I can totally relate. Actually, there was a class where I narrated the story, and there was an animal activist there, animal rights person. She did
Yeah.
not like it. She was a bit traumatized, actually. Wanted to
Yeah.
move on very quickly from the
Yeah,
story.
well, and I would suggest that it was good that it was removed a while ago, and today it's probably even worse. So people are
Yes.
hypersensitive to
Oh,
things,
yeah.
and good or bad, whatever it is, it's society today. And I think sharing these kinds of potentially controversial stories may not actually be the best way of saying what we're trying to accomplish here.
That's true. Absolutely. We can keep those at home, right? Keep them in the
Exactly. We know
backpack.
what it means. Not everyone takes it that way.
Absolutely. Well, my friends, if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next episode of Agile Principle Raw and Uncut. Bye for now.
Thanks.